Let's get a little zoomy zoom going on. A little zoomy zoom for the YouTube.
Oh, I don't know if that was a good idea for me to eat that food.
Somebody's been having some tummy troubles, which we shall talk about today. What is happening? Oh, there we go. That's a little too close for comfort, eh? Oh, 1:30. Shit, Joe's gonna get mad. Oh. Whew. Hi, Joe. Whew.
Hi, Joe.
Hi, Joe. Welcome. We were just saying we don't want you to get mad, so we started on time. You know, give a little pre-check over on the YouTube, though. You know, checking in and saying hi. Hello, everybody. Hi, Kim. Welcome. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Tuesdays with Tricky, where we take our mind off of what's going on outside the closet and bring you in here for a full hour of fun, frolic, and
Foolishness.
oh, Holland. Hi, Holland. All right, guys, welcome to the show. So, I have a question.
Oh,
I have a question. I'm gonna start. Yeah, I'm gonna start off strong.
All right.
I'm gonna start off strong. So, I won't mention the name of where you went to.
Good.
I won't mention the name of where you went to. But Tracy, hi Corey, Tracy has been extremely sick. Like shitty batty max. No, mommy said I mustn't call it that. What do you have?
Diarrhea.
Diarrhea.
And vomiting.
And shitty batty sounds way better. She's been sick. Like she went to a restaurant to eat. If you mentioned it in the comments, I'll let you know if you're correct. And she went to a restaurant to eat and she's been violently ill. So I did say to her, I was like, you know, did you call a place? Not to get anything for free, but just to let them know, you know, the meal that she had, that they could say, boy, you know, another person called, let me throw out that batch. I do think it's important to let the restaurant know. And then from there, depending on how they treated it, to then maybe blast them on social media. But how do you guys deal with a case of food poisoning? Because it put Tracy out. Tracy works on a Sunday and she had to cancel one client. Her two clients, she kept leaving the room to vomit. I mean, I don't know if I would have felt comfortable with you being around me through it, because you could have had anything. They don't know what you have, you know?
True.
And on Sunday, Stevie was the naughtiest that she's ever been. Even Papa was like, why is she being so naughty?
Remy was a
No, Gina. Nope. Gina's really been sick at an establishment in the comments. I haven't heard of anybody getting sick from this particular restaurant. But you know, how would you guys handle it? I think it was good that you called, and I don't think that they would give a free meal. But even if they did, I don't think you'd ever take it up, because if you really had food poisoning and you really got ill from that restaurant, the last thing you want to do is go back there.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah. Like, it's just super unfortunate. I mean, this is the third day of like not
Reunion Island
being able to keep anything down.
Yeah, somebody says, Citrus Darling says Tracy's looking so small. She's 120 pounds. She like was really ill. It was horrible. Like she came up from the salon and we see her like sitting in the sun and we're like, Tracy, do you need any help? And she's like, you know when you're so sick you can't talk?
Yeah.
And we're just all in the kitchen looking up at her in the salon.
Just not being loving to me.
It's because you had shitty batty. Tracy, you should let them know, but just letting you know, gastro is going around. Do you think it's gastro, like when you threw up? Because I feel like when you have food poisoning,
I didn't taste the food back again, so maybe I do have gastro. I didn't taste the food back again.
Yeah. I was sick last week. How are you now, Trace? Stay hydrated. Yes.
Yeah, I don't know if I can drink my Lady B today.
Not a problem. So Lady B mixology today, we're doubling up. I'm doubling up. I have my favorite, the Grapefruit Rosemary Delight. Oh. And don't want to put your straw over here. And the other side of me is having a peach
cobbler.
Oh. All right. Let's get all Thanksgiving right here. Okay.
So yeah. Winsome says she got sick from eating some BK, but she's still going back.
Strictly Cookies is here. Thank you. I have my card right here and we opened our gifts. Thank you so much, Strictly Cookies. So I wish I had two straws, but don't give me yours in case it's gastro.
No, ew. So anyways, you know, a lot has been going on in the past week. You know, a lot on social media, a lot on news media. Want to big up to China K-pop girl. She's pregnant, and she's pregnant with a
Girl. Baby Royal.
Baby Royal. The girl's name is Royal?
The baby's name is Royal.
Okay.
I can't remember the second name. It's like Royal something. I can't remember what Royal. But it was so cute because at the baby shower they were playing.
China K and Dan.
And they were playing She's Royal, which I thought was really good. And I really like that name.
Yeah.
I really like that name because it's like you can call the first and the middle name, or you could call just the first name, and it's so like imperial. It's so like I'm special. I love that name.
So big up to yourself, China K-pop girl, and Dan.
Congratulations to you both. That's going to be such an exciting journey for you guys.
Also, you know, Jade is pregnant too on the show Bambino. Something's happening.
Well, you try your best not to go down a fire 105. Fire 10. Put one in your belly.
Don't go down there. Something is in the water.
Dan's last name is Royal.
Oh, that makes more sense.
But I still like the name. She could be Royal. You can't be any more royal than that.
Yeah. If I had a son, I would have named him Roman, you know. What can you say?
A Royal is way better.
If I had a son, I was actually going to name him Stuart Roman.
Your middle name and your last name. Very cool. Dana Royal is his real name. Dan's last name is Royal. I would have never known. That's so cool. Like, you know, when you have like a really cool last name and you don't even use it. Dan, what the hell?
Mr. Royal.
Life of a king. What the hell is the last name Life of a King? Royal.
Yeah, I didn't get that. That's why his thing was Life of a King, because his last name is Royal.
Oh. Yeah. That's too many names. He needs to cut that down. Cut it down. Dan. First you have the Dan, then you have the next Dan. You have Royal, you don't use the Royal, and you use Life of a King. That is too much. I bet you the baby will come now with about 4 or 5 different names. Cut it down.
Cut it down,
Cut
guys.
it down.
Giving you some good advice here.
Cut it down. Good. All right. And I did let Chat K know that I do have space on my back seat because, you know, I like to pick up the kids, sing songs, all kind of foolishness. And we do listen to Fire 105 during 10 to 1, actually, from in the morning, from 7:30. So we pick up, so you know,
maybe can't miss 7:35. That is corny
joke. Yes, Levi's favorite time. Dana.
Somebody's asking about your phone. Yes, Jodi got her phone fixed.
Guys, I finally got my phone, and I'm so happy. Like, I didn't get the phone fixed. I got a new phone. Almost made us late. So the day trip to Miami was epic.
First of all, I haven't had such a good time in a long time. Like, you know, one of these days where you just laugh till your belly hurt. You're like, and it was so much fun. I just felt like the old Tracy and Jodi again. You know,
so we go and we're like picking a car, like we're going through the airport.
This one, we need a back seat.
So even from the car that we chose to like where we went to go dine or where we went to go and do anything.
Dine? Who was dining?
Yo, we're so
dining? First of all, we're so busy when we got to Miami on our day trip that we had to go and do some blood work. We took the blood. I have not eaten anything since morning. We got to the airport in Jamaica. We got there and the Jamaican airport
was like on lockdown because the generator had shut off the night before. So check-in was like terrible.
So check-in was so bad. So by the time we finished checking in, we didn't even get to go to the lounge to eat the liquor patty them. So fine. So we get straight
Mauritius Island. We have some people logging in from like Mauritius Island. Reunion Island, I saw you earlier. Welcome.
My auntie was just in Mauritius. Oh, that's so nice. Auntie Nadine, who and Uncle Barry, who I stayed at their house in Aruba.
Oh, nice.
Fancy. I know, she loves to travel.
Mauritius in the house. That's so much people from Mauritius Island in the house. What is happening over there? I'm making note of it.
Invite me over now. Invite me over.
I don't mean to cut you about the day trip, but I took Yendi's.
Yes, you do mean to cut me about the day trip.
So Yendi's video of her sleeping in the hotel under the water that I thought I'd like have a collapse attack. I sent it to Sean. I was like, hey babe, you know, we need to do an anniversary trip, and he said yes.
What?
He said yes. So
can I come?
No, Tracy.
Why?
Mauritius, I don't know what to smell.
Why?
No.
Why?
Oh God, Trini in the house. We know the Trini's in the house. It's Trini. Oh God, my family.
I've been here day one.
You need to be here to look after the kids while I gallivant in the sunshine.
I'm tired of the kids. I'm tired of them. It was vomit farty.
No, Joe. You're from Jamaica. You just let it. Sorry. You couldn't make me think more than one person is here from Mauritius. Yourselves getting hype. Stop that. Just unhype me.
Seychelles.
San Antonio. Seychelles. The E is a
Can I have this
when you're
lipstick? I
rich.
really like
You
it.
sure can. Because you're gonna steal it anyway.
Thanks, Joe. So anyway, finally when we get to onto the plane to go to Miami, right? We haven't eaten anything. Like no, so I get our coffee on the plane. Fine, no problem. We get our coffee on the plane. So we get off of the plane now and we get through customs and everything is like really quick and easy going through customs. Everything is really quick and easy, not a problem. So we get to the rent-a-car, right? And so this is my favorite part because Jodi is always like, she always lets me put the car, right? And she says, what car do you want to drive? So in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, we have to get something for the kids, like, blah, blah. And then she says, what about a Jeep? So I realized as she said that, I'm like, wait, hold on. We have no kids. And it's not like we're doing one bag of shopping either because we've come up there.
We have a mission.
Yeah, we have a mission, right? And we have to go and do blood work. So I'm like, okay. I had to go and do blood work. So I was like, okay, cool. Let's get the Jeep. So we get into the Jeep, right? So we get into the Jeep and the seats are all up. I don't know how to figure it out. And Jodi's
climb up. I'm like, there's no side step. Then I turn on and I'm like, wait, how do we get into the back seat? There's no back seat. Tracy has selected a Jeep Wrangler 2-door, right, with a little boot. It's not a trunk, it's a boot. So I'm like, Tracy, where are we gonna put everything? And Tracy goes, we have no kids, we have no bags. Climb up, let's go. It's Jeep Wrangler time, bitch. We was like, okay.
It's like, put on your lipstick, look pretty for the pappies.
It was the most rugged ride in a car.
And the roof of a Jeep Wrangler looks like the inside of a container.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the hell is
and
this?
You know someone was a run late, me that's in the Jeep Wrangler. Yo, I'm so glad I'm from Jamaica because my taxi man driverism came out on that highway and we sure did make that flight.
So we get to the doctor's office for me now, right? So I'm in the doctor's office and like I'm like, okay, let's just pull this blood work so that we can get going and whatever. So me with no food in my system.
Blood in the house.
I'm pulling out this blood work and the whole entire time I'm just like feeling so dizzy and I don't even understand why. Okay, fine. Whatever. We get through that and then it's taking really long for everything to happen. And we leave there now, right? And I'm like, okay, let's go to a Target because the formula that I buy, they don't have any in Jamaica right now. The Similac Pro and Grow. Similac Pro and Grow.
Similac.
So I was like, Joe, can we please stop at a Target so that I can get the Similac Pro and Grow, whatever. It's in the silver container, right? Couldn't find any in Jamaica. Called Carimed, they're all out. Let's go. We get down to the Target and it is 4 o'clock. And I'm like, Jodi, what time?
Downtown.
I'm like, Jodi, what time is our flight? Jodi's like, our flight is at 6. I'm like,
and we're in traffic downtown.
I don't know if we're going to make this. Like, we can't go to Target. Like, we have to literally turn around and go to the airport right now. Like, we can't even get out of the car. So Jodi's like, what?
I need to get my phone.
Yeah, she has to get her phone. So we have to run to my friend's house who has had the phone. So we run to my friend's house who's right there in downtown and we pick up the phone. And my friend is so annoyed because she was in a meeting. So I had to disturb her from her meeting to come out of the meeting to come downstairs to give me the phone. And she's just like, And I'm like, So get back in the car and we're heading to the airport. It was the quietest drive in the whole entire world.
Tracy is searching for Spirit tickets back home. I'm like, yo, I want to sleep in my bed tonight. I'm looking at the GPS and the GPS says it will get us there at 5 o'clock. The flight doesn't board, it takes off at 6:55. Well, let me tell you, there's some mad people who gone like in the airport here and stuff. Emergency, medical emergency. Go to the front of the TSA, bend the line. Emergency, cough. Put on a mask and cough. Emergency.
So anyway, then Jodi has me running in the airport. By the way, this is after I've had no food, all day long, no drink of water, no nothing, blood done pull out of me, and the only bag that we had to carry, Jodi gives it to me to carry. So Jodi, I sprinting at the front of that, and I'm like deading around the back, like, help.
You've clearly never had like a terrible period.
Run! Help! I could not even do anything, and I was like, Jodi, honestly, if we make it out of this alive, like, I just want some water. Like,
Tracy gets on the plane didn't even take off. My girl like clap. My girl clap when the plane take off. She clap in the middle of the flight when them say here in
No,
the land
that's
before
not
she
the best.
clap at the end. I'm like, would you stop fucking clapping? You're embarrassing me. Then that's not the worst part.
no, that's not the worst part. The worst part is I went through all the security. I went through everything. I went through all of security.
I
And
do.
finally, we're getting on the flight. So they call you by like your boarding group.
Number, yeah.
Right? Your boarding group. So they call our boarding group. So I get up there and I'm like, here. And the lady's like, ma'am, this is not your group. You are group 6. Go at group 8. Go and sit down. Go and sit down. And I'm like, no, I'm pretty sure I'm not group 8. Like, what
My
the
sister
hell?
just went through.
Yeah,
Why
like,
are
what
we
the
in
hell?
a different group?
She's like, you are group 8. So she takes out the ticket and she shows it to me and I'm like, that's not even my name.
She's gone through 4 security checks, right? Including the serious one at the front. 4 security checks as Marlena Alamo Stewart. Big up yourself, Marlena. So Tracy's like, this is not my name. This is not my boarding card. So I just look at Tracy. I'm like, you're sleeping in my bed tonight. Peace. I got on the plane, right?
And she just left me right there and I'm like,
I didn't leave you because me and the policeman were flirting because they're, oh, mommy, you only for the day? How much cash you have on you? I'm like, well, not a lot.
so anyway, so then I had to go to the front desk to then change my ticket from Marlena Alamo Stewart, who is an old woman. She's sitting down right there, and I am Marlena, what is the problem? And I'm like, Marlena, nothing is a problem. They accidentally printed your boarding pass and gave it to me. So what about me? Am I getting on the flight? And I'm like, yes, you're getting on
Poor
the flight.
Marlena.
I know she was so confused. I felt so sorry for her. I was like, Marlena, just sit
Don't
down.
worry
You're
about
okay.
it.
You're okay.
That's
you're
so
okay.
crazy. Like,
Yeah.
we're checking in. I guess when we ran to the check-in counter, like, we're sweating, you know. And I'm like, sir, we're having an emergency. Our flight takes off in like a few minutes. Please, I'm asking you, can you check us in? And I give him the passport and we run. We didn't even check it. But it was so crazy to me that we went through 3 different security checkpoints and nobody realized.
Yeah. Yeah, that was really crazy. So anyway, then they changed me to Tracy.
Back to Tracy.
Back to Tracy.
I was glad when she came on the flight. I was like, thank God, because I really shouldn't have left her. What would mommy have
I
said?
know, and then when I get there, Jodi's sitting down there with a drink here and oh, you made it. I'm like, asshole.
If somebody say the story is funny, but you never even hear about the bomb threat.
There was a bomb threat?
You with the blue bomb?
Oh.
So the friend now not only gives us the phone, she gives us like some packages that we had there that we had sent there by accident. So Tracy comes down with this blue hand luggage. So when we get to the airport now, I have an empty roller bag, my handbag running. Tracy has this big blue bag with about 3 shoe boxes like clumping behind her head. So I'm like, come Tracy, we'll pack it out later. We'll reach to the gate.
I know. So I have the bag, as I said, with everything in there, with all the things
Not a lot.
that. Well, why didn't you carry it?
Because I had the other things.
That was my roller bag that you took. The empty roller bag was my roller bag.
Well, I just figured it would be easier to maneuver.
Exactly.
Oh, sorry.
It was, which is why
So then now we're at the gate and we're packing out the things. We're taking the shoes out of the boxes and we're packing now in the empty suitcase. So I'm looking at the blue bag now full of boxes and I was like, so I'm like, sir, Tracy goes, why are you calling him? Because you're hungry now, you know. She's like, why are you calling him? And I'm like, well, we have an empty bag. I can't just leave it here because it could look like a bomb. Like we could, you know, get in trouble or we could cause like, you know, like a stir in the airport and I really want to go home. She kicked the bag, you know. The bag has now gone under the seat and I'm like, Tracy, I'm like, yo, for real, I'm gonna eat my food too. So now, by the time we're boarding the plane, there's a policeman standing up at the gate searching, I guess, looking for somebody. So so I walk up to him and I'm like, hi, and Tracy goes, Joe, do you have a boarding card? So I turn around and I'm looking in my bag. So she goes, oh, I found it. So I turn back now and I'm going towards the policeman again. I'm like, oh my God, this guy is now gonna ask me about the big blue bomb bag. So then I'm walking towards her and Tracy goes, Joe, look, where's the boarding card? I'm like, fuck off with the goddamn boarding card. And she's like, Tracy now has 5 boarding cards in her hand from every flight she's ever taken for the year. And I'm like, Tracy, I can't help you. The lady for the counter is like, come on.
She's like, Tracy, why don't you? This is, by the way, she's walking into the finger and I'm standing at the front by the woman, right?
I've gone to the policeman twice.
She's like, why don't you clean out your bag? I mean, everybody else is just waiting behind us to board the plane,
But
right?
I said to her, you know, she had time waiting in the car, and I'm like, Tracy, why is your bag so dirty? Like your purse has every like booger tissues, every receipt.
There's no booger
Tracy,
tissues in
you
my bag.
have like Panamanian dollars in there. You've never been to Panama, right? So then now I'm like, the police is coming for me. They're coming for me with the damn blue bomb bag, and you can't say bomb in the airport. So I'm just like, you know, and then he goes, oh, you know, how much cash do you have? And I was like, oh shit, oh. And I was like, oh, not a lot. He's like, how much? And I was like, not a lot. I came up with like a couple of hundred to shop. Oh, he's like, when did you come up? I was like, this morning. He goes, you were here for only the day? And I'm like, yeah, my sister, she's sick. We're going to the doctor. He goes, oh, that's his sister. I was like, yeah, do me a favor. The girl at the desk, she's having issues. Can you make sure she makes this flight, please? But my mom says I have to go. I'm sleeping in my bed tonight. Bye. And he's just kind of like, oh, okay. Policeman, didn't look nice, you know. But anyway.
We made it. We made it.
A day trip is doable, but it's very hectic.
You go through all the emotions.
Big up to Canada, big up to New York, big up to Brooklyn, big up to Trinidad, big up to Mauritius, big up to Seychelles, big up to Reunion Island. See you guys in the comments. Thank you all so much for being here. We appreciate it. It's a worldwide thing, you know.
So anyway, we had a carnival band launch here in Jamaica that just went this weekend by. And I just want to comment on all of the girls who looked so fabulous.
Amazing.
Whoa.
I mean, we just came out of lockdown. We never eat the food. We never get fat.
They looked really good. They looked really good.
Yeah, so big up to all the girls, big up to all the models, and especially our local talent that came out. You know, I love when you bring over the girls for the launches and stuff, but I love to see my nice Jamaican girls. You know, we have beautiful girls here. We have beautiful girls that have amazing bodies, that can do the walk, that can do the little dances. You don't need to import no talent. We have it all right here. So big up to all of the girls who modeled, and
every single one.
So I have a list. All right. So speaking of launches, you guys can look out too, because we have another band launching in Jamaica. We have Gen X coming up on I believe it's the 9th.
Well, I'm super excited for Gen X to launch because I played with Gen X in Miami Carnival when I went this year, and my costume was one of the most beautiful costumes I've ever jumped, like Trinidad Carnival.
You looked good in it too, and you know, it wasn't overall, it was not my favorite, Catalina or something, it was not my favorite costume on the model, but also too, one of the contestants from Miss Jamaica, Sing, oh Lord, why can't I follow her too, you know, I love when she pops up on my page. The Sing girl, you guys, her picture went viral. She had on that costume too, and it looked amazing. Red, white, and blue. That's France. Isn't that blue at the bottom there?
Franklin TJ.
Franklin, where you from? France? That's red, white, and blue?
I don't know, but anyway. So I'm super excited to see.
No, not Tony Ann.
I'm super excited to see the costumes that Gen X is going to bring and the vibe that Gen X is going to bring to the road, especially since
Netherlands.
Especially since Road Ready is going to be here, and are they going to is Road Ready?
No, it's not Tony Ann Singh.
Stop talking to them. I'm talking to you.
Shanique Singh. Yes, you know why? I like when you have options, and I think that when you have more than one band, I think it ups the ante, and I think that it gives people a choice, and that when they have that choice, you have that like that competing for, you know, the client, that competing for the masquerader. So you want to add different packages to really give that boost to the masqueraders. And I like when you vie for my money.
What's happening with Road Ready? When's the second season coming out?
The second season, so we're re-editing. I said this last week, you don't listen to me. We're re-editing
the maybe you need to take a breath and swallow. You just hear chat so much.
Says you with your blue bomb bag.
That wasn't chatting.
What day? Oh, I'm not sure when Carnival Day. Shanique? What is the damn girl's name? Shanique, is it Shanique Singh? I believe she was, she came top 5 or she came 3rd in the Miss World. She looked neat, man. When she put on her things, man, her body looked nice.
That's what people say about me too.
Very nice. Does it go with heels? It can. My outfit, it's very stretchy. I have this one in great. I feel very comfortable in it. Even though when I'm sitting on it.
So anyway, this package came with all of these stuff, like a little kitchen things. I thought that was for Stevie, a pair of Santa socks.
Singh.
I thought it was for Scott, an outfit. I was like, whoa, somebody sent a package, and I was like, who sent all of these presents for me and my family? Like, this was so nice. So I put stuff on Instagram. Who sent this little package? It's so nice. Jodi, that's my stuff. Bring it back.
Because, you know, everybody kind of
I was
like...
excited for the outfit too.
What outfit was it? You didn't even bring it back.
No, I didn't.
Tracy, you can't steal.
I didn't steal it. I just haven't brought it back.
Sure. Alright, so back onto celebrations and celebrating in Jamaica. We just came off of, I wouldn't say celebrating, but Jamaicans, I find more Jamaicans acknowledged Halloween and dressed up and did a little trick-or-treating and had a good time. You know, I believe that we don't have a lot of outlets for pleasure. No, pleasure. We don't have a, sorry, excuse me, I have a...
Where are you going with this?
Because I'm looking at my draw, my pleasure draw. Sorry.
Wow, that's a whole draw
of pleasure beside
me.
yes.
I'm uncomfortable.
So, not if you're close to that draw. Listen up. So Thanksgiving is coming up. Do Jamaicans celebrate Thanksgiving? We have quite a bit of Americans here living in Jamaica. And I find that I was listening to the radio this morning and we have quite a few stores participating in Black Friday. And of course, as a Jamaican, I would love Black Friday because I would get the deals. But then how come we don't celebrate in the Thanksgiving part of it? And
I mean,
like we don't do the whole, I think that Thanksgiving in the States is somewhat of a bigger holiday than Christmas.
it is, but you know, in Jamaica, we just want party. We've said this before. We just want party. Am I going to a Thanksgiving dinner? I sure am.
And we're two different ones too.
Yeah, and she's going to another one. I was invited to 2 Thanksgiving dinners. Do I know what I'm giving thanks for? My friends. That's what I'm giving thanks for.
So the Thanksgiving feast that I'm going to is called a Friendsgiving.
Yeah, it has something to do with the Pilgrims. But that's not the history of my country. I just want party. I just want to see my friends.
And drink, yeah.
Yeah. It's mine is a potluck. I'm going to a Thanksgiving potluck.
I'm going to a Friendsgiving.
So I'm actually the kids of my friends are coming home, so they wanted us to all see the kids and.
But I think too when you look at what with the whole Pilgrims and the Native Americans and.
I'm not getting at that. We just know.
Because you know that we're Native American, we're American Indian blood in us, right?
So I don't claim for something.
We're too far off. Yeah.
We should have claimed.
So anyway, we're just looking at like a celebration.
We want to celebrate.
Last giving was Friendsgiving weekend. We'll celebrate that again.
We missed it. We can celebrate it again. What did we did celebrate last weekend though?
I just celebrate every weekend. Cheers!
You were celebrating at the beach.
Yes, Lady B Mixology.
Carolyn's birthday.
Carolyn. If you guys saw my post, if you thought my little video at the end was funny, Carolyn, if I'm having a down day, if I wake up and I feel like I can't manage today, I look at Carolyn's my first last drink video.
Yo,
because she took the cake.
That had me. That made me laugh till I cry. I was weak after that. Weak.
So what are we celebrating? Okay, Island Gal, that's very true.
What Island Gal said?
So she's saying we adapt other countries' holidays, but other countries don't adapt ours. So what exactly are we celebrating?
Anything that's worth to celebrate. That's Island Gal.
We're celebrating now.
That's a part of Jamaican culture. Jamaicans like to party. Like we like to party.
I think it's Caribbean culture.
And then we also don't like when people take our things.
Yeah.
So we don't like when people.
When some is laughing, when someone see the Carolyn first drink, last drink.
We also don't like when people adapt our things either, because we always want it to be our own.
Yeah, and we start gatekeeping.
Yeah. It makes that too. So I'm not surprised about that. Jodi, look at my toes.
Tree. Oh my God, is that something growing out? There's like a horde. Oh, stop that. Okay, anyway. Saudi Arabia 2 to Argentina's 1. So the World Cup is on right now. If you never know that, Trish, did you know the World Cup was on right now?
Yes.
Okay, thank God.
This morning and told me.
And I
can't believe it. I can't believe
Argentina to me is one of the top teams. Like even Levi knows. He's like, you know, he'll be like Messi, this, that, or whatever. And Argentina took a loss this morning to Saudi Arabia. And I've never really heard of people speak of Saudi Arabia as like a
football team before.
As a football team or a team to look out for. Yeah. So this was a surprising win, you know, early out in the World Cup. So that was kind of refreshing, and we'll definitely keep Argentina and the other teams on their toes. You know, you just can't. Don't underestimate Saudi Arabia. You never know.
No.
And they scored within 5 minutes.
What?
Wow. I was shocked. 2 goals at that within 5 minutes. Wow, that was an exciting. You know, sometimes you're watching the games and you're just watching because there's cute guys in it. That would have been exciting to watch.
That's the only reason why I watched.
Me too. Remember when we went to the game in Barcelona?
Oh my God,
Barcelona.
Yeah.
Messi was playing there too.
Yeah. She's about this big.
Yeah, we were so far. We were like in the nosebleed seats.
We were not. We had good seats.
Oh yes, Josh's mom was there and hooked us up because she's at top. Yeah, that's true.
We got good seats.
They did not come to play. That is right. That is right. So we can celebrate that too. We can celebrate the World Cup. And we know a whole heap of people upset
Daddy
because
loves the World
Argentina
Cup.
is.
My daddy loves World Cup. Like he's been looking forward to this moment for forever.
Yeah.
My daddy.
For the last 4 years.
Mhm.
Forever.
Yeah. I was only coach for every 4 years.
Every 4 years, yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Did you see that?
You told me seriously, madam.
You want to go and let off a son? Don't bother throw up, you know, Tracy.
Why?
She's
Apparently you're used to it.
No, Remy threw up all over me last night. All over me, like
and then
all
you're
over me.
Levi now. Is that porridge? Is that porridge?
I'm like, Levi, go open the door for me. Go. She's been sick, so I guess it was a lot of sinus drainage because it was like everything came out very thick. And I was like, Levi, go open the door for me. Go. So he's like diddling around the room, like on his feet, like on his toe points, like, mommy. So I'm like, no, I have Remy, and I'm trying to like carry her in between the pukes, and I'm going towards Levi, and he's like, stop coming so close to me! Oh my God, is that porridge? I was like, Levi, your sister's not feeling it, yo. But it was a lot of vomit everywhere. Like it was on 4 of my pillows, it was on my comforter, it was on my sheets. Like I had to, and then Levi goes upstairs, Gracie, there's vomit everywhere. And I'm like, don't call him, they're having their dinner. Just wait. He's like, this is disgusting. I'm trying to bathe off poor Remy, and Levi is having a panic attack. Oh,
Poor Remy.
I know, poor Remy. But she's okay, she's alright. So, little bit of action at the American Music Awards. The fashions were wonderful. Actually, I don't know what I'm talking about because I didn't watch it. But what I did see was the viral part of the evening where Kelly Rowland was presenting the nominees and Chris Brown won an award. He was not there and he was booed. To which Kelly then stopped everybody and was like, you know, she's gonna, don't do that, you know. And she accepted the award on Chris's behalf. And at first,
I didn't boo him.
So I didn't really understand what was happening at first. I thought he was being booed because he was asked to perform for the Thriller anniversary for Michael Jackson. He was asked to perform. And I mean, nobody can perform Michael Jackson's moves like Chris Brown. So he had done this whole bit of choreography. And at the last minute, the AMAs called him and they canceled his performance. But while they canceled his performance, he then won an award. So I thought people in the crowd were booing at the production to be like, yo, you guys are so messed up. Why are you asking him to
Why
win?
did they cancel his performance?
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know. But from what is I'm reading on social media, people were booing because they don't think Chris should have won because of what has happened in the past with Rihanna. To which, when Kelly was being interviewed, she said, we all come up short in some sort of way. So I just, that's the only quote that I wrote down. So she was basically saying that, you know, everybody should be forgiven, including Chris, even though, yes, he had an altercation with Rihanna. So I don't think the time has anything to do with it. It was long ago, yes. But I do think that the two of them were very young when this happened. I think that they have both moved on mutually. I think they're both, he has apologized to her and he has made good on those promises. I also think during that time of his,
afterwards too?
Well, that too. But I don't think time is something that heals something like that. But I do think that, you know, they were so young back then. And I do think that Chris was kind of caught up in a lot of, like, you know, things that he shouldn't have been.
And I feel like, you know, I don't think it's right for anybody to hit anybody. Like, it's not right for a man to hit a woman, and it's not right for a woman to hit a man. And, you know, I'm not standing up for Chris Brown or trying to play the role of whatever. Like, I'm not doing that. But at the same time, correct me if I'm wrong, everybody, but wasn't there bite marks and stuff?
So I don't think that he beat her. I think that the two of them had an altercation. I think that it was a fight. It was a fight, right? Which is wrong for the both of them.
Yes, of course.
But I do think that their
in
immaturity,
the
heat of the moment plays a big part of it.
But then I just felt like it was so bad that, you know, yeah, it's kind of like that. It's kind of like the story that's going on now in Jamaica, where the guy it pulls out his gun on the homeless lady, and then everybody is like, some people are like, oh my gosh, how could the guy pull out the gun on that homeless lady? And they're like, yeah, but that homeless lady is aggressive. Have you ever had an
Apparently,
incident
sometimes
with her?
she'll walk with acid and
like
all
she
of
throws
that.
acid on all of these things. And I think that sometimes you only see one side of the story when there's two sides to the story.
Yeah, or three. There's your side, my side, and the truth.
Because like, if that's true that homeless lady is always aggressive, like coming from an ATM, I think that's very scary. Like you've just come out of an ATM
and I think
somebody's
she tells
coming
people,
up to
she's
you.
like, I have AIDS, and if you don't want me hug you up, you better give me some money. And I think to me, like, you know, if I, that could be scary. The guy could come out of the ATM. He could have seen the effects of, you know, HIV with somebody who he knows that is sick. He could just not want somebody touching him. You know, he clearly gave her warnings, and I think that as a public, we're a little bit too early to judge. And then the fact that the press keeps using the picture of the little vagrant lady standing up there looking like, oh, poor me, and then him, firearm drawn, like my man look like him there, the way you call it, the range. You know, that picture's being used, and I'm like, this poor guy, because he looks big and strong, very nice looking guy. You know, I think it's just a little bit, it's, you know, and I think
it leads to a lot of
speculation. And but back to the Chris Brown thing, I think somebody said it's the media that keeps playing on it.
And I don't think that's right. The media keeps playing on it, and you know, we don't need to bring Rihanna back into that situation either. It was a bad time for her in her life as well. You know what I'm saying?
And she's moved on. She's happy,
and
she has forgiven.
Exactly.
So I think if she has forgiven, I think we can forgive
but
too.
But also, like, even for Rihanna's point of view, like when you move on from a certain situation and you forgive it, you move on. Like you want to get over it. Like you as the forgiver, as Rihanna in this point of view, you don't want to keep remembering that either. Like you don't want to keep being taken back to that bad point in your life. Like people need to just like understand that we move on. Like we move on. Celebrities move on. Our lives move on.
Humans move on. Humans move on.
So
and
stop
once that
bringing us back to a bad place.
Right.
Like it's not fair. Rihanna is with child now. She has Fenty. She
has a lot.
She's doing a lot with
and I
herself.
find that maybe
she's in a whole different place. Like don't do that to her. Don't do that to Rihanna. Don't hold her down. Don't hold Rihanna down. Like just move on.
So
move
Rihanna
on.
maybe not bust any secrets for my girl. Tell me she not coming again. Come and tell out her things. So we spoke about the World Cup. We spoke about China K. Yes. So let's read a couple comments. Yes, and a lot of insane people killing innocent people. So you have to be afraid of them. Yeah, I think that in general with what's happening with the world, I think that we need to be cautious of somebody else, you know, walking towards us, or especially when we're leaving the ATM, Christmas is coming. So I think I find no fault with what the man did. However, when I first saw the video, and because the man in the video who was speaking was hyping it up, I was like, oh my gosh, this poor guy. But then when I started listening to the other sides, listening to what could have happened, listen to what did happen, listen to what the man said, blah, 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 then I kind of was like, hold on a second. I'm not so sure if my very first take on what I thought happened was you know, correct.
Yeah.
She's an island girl in an island world. Let's read some more. Anticipating the Super Bowl. You reach for it. Like I said, drink water and mind your funky business. That's Drew.
Of
True
course
Tracy.
I would Drew. Of course I would Drew. Anyway, so what else you guys want?
What are the kids asking for Christmas? So Remy keeps asking. Stevie's not asking for anything. Auntie.
I know. Stevie
Remy
is
wants
so cute.
for Bobby, and she asked Nana for that, because you know I wouldn't be buying her Bobby. I'd be buying her Bobby, not Barbie. So she wants for Bobby, and she asked Nana for Bobby. And she told me she wants a kitchen in her room with kitchen things. And that was the knife Tracy got. I got her little pan and a cooking set, and Tracy's like, whose chopping knife is this? I was like, oh, this is, you know, for Remy's little kitchen, clearly plastic. You know, and Tracy's like, oh, I thought it was for Stevie, so I might have to buy another one, because Stevie might be.
Stevie can come and play in our kitchen.
And for Levi, since I made the day trip, I got a duty-free waiver for, I think I'm going to get him another little ride-on toy.
She loves to buy these things.
I love them. So I was deprived as a child.
Apparently, and it really got to you.
I'll never forget. So we went to the Kemlani's house because
so sorry for Stevie.
One of them was selling a blue car, you know, little ride-on cars, and back in that time, you know, to get one of those in Jamaica, you had to be like But this was, I think it was a Kemla Tawani, was one of those names. And mommy went to go and look at it. And how much was it? $500, $800? And mommy said, Joe, I'm so sorry. This time I test drive the car, you know, I swear I get in it. And we left without the damn dark blue ride-on car. And I looked at my mother and I said, the very first child I get, well, my children have always had a ride-on car.
Always, 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 always.
It affected me. Yes, anyway. These flavors are lovely. I'm not sharing with Trace today because she has some kind of
I'm not
bug.
feeling so good. Tummy trouble. I forgot where I was for a second.
Were you rubbing your top on the thing?
I did my tummy and then I was yawning.
Alright, so guys, it's coming up to Christmas, which is a very expensive time. It doesn't matter if you have kids or not. It's just an expensive time of year. You spend more time sit down in traffic, so you buy more in gas. You have at least one friend you want to buy a little something. You're going to go to a party. You're spending more money during Christmas time, right? But you're going to spend way more money if you have, like, a boyfriend or somebody, a partner that you want to break up with. Do you break up with them before Christmas, or you're like, man, it's Christmas, I can't do that, I'm gonna be lonely, who are gonna kiss New Year's Eve, so let me just wait until after? Like, what do?
I break up with him now? I don't know.
I would do the breakup no, like it's not really Christmas, like, you know, not all the Fontanas have put up Christmas lights yet.
If we're in December, I don't know. If I know I want to break up with him, I'm going to break up with him. Like, I can't bother because then I would get more and more annoyed to just look at him.
And then he's going to want to do more parties together. And you're like, and then after the Christmas, you're going to like, girl, I could have gone to so-and-so with you. And we could have, like, you know, been having a great time together. Instead I was with this guy, like, hug up in the corner.
Yeah, I would break up before. Like, I can't bother.
Before December 1st. I agree. So this is your cue. This is your, you know, your to the universe. If you're thinking of letting go of your partner, you're not too sure if you're gonna flip or flop before the Christmas.
Wait for the gift. I've never had a partner that has given me
such amazing gifts. So it's like, yeah, okay, now I got this Rolex. Bah.
Yeah, I've never had a partner that's given me a wicked gift. Well, not that much of a wicked gift. Like, and if I want, and so now I'm married to Scott, and like if I want something, I just tell Scott that this is exactly what I want. And Scott is like, he's so annoying because he never gets exactly what I tell him to get either.
That's like Sean. I'll be like, Sean,
so
here's
annoying.
a link. Call this lady at this store. It's packaged for you. He'll go elsewhere. I'm like, Sean, oh, why you have to tell me what to do? Because every day of every year I tell you what to do. Why for my birthday and for Christmas I can't tell you what to do? Just listen.
I know. The same as Scott. I think this is the first year I'm getting exactly what I want from Scott. And I had to make sure of that.
Jeez.
Like, make sure.
What's my Christmas tree theme for this year? So actually there's a lady on Instagram that I reached out to after my disaster of a pink tree last year.
So I'm so hungry, and
I know, but I'm just hoping that vomit doesn't come out this way.
And the thing is that I'm so hungry, but my stomach is hurting me from the crackers I had downstairs.
You need a little tea. Hold my eggnog. So she designed up some stuff for me for my tree, and I just have to open some boxes and like recreate the picture. So I'm actually gonna take out my tree out of the box this year. I'm using a fake tree. I kind of wanted to cut down. I kept feeling bad when I was packing or throwing away the Christmas tree each year. I felt really bad, so I've decided to go with a fake tree and reduce my carbon footprint in the world. And I'm hoping that, you know, if you were thinking about using a fake tree but you weren't too sure, that maybe I could encourage you to do that too, just so that, you know, you're not cutting down trees every year, you know. So anyway, I'm going to take the tree out of the box, and if it don't look good, I'm going to cut a bitch down. So, you know what I'm saying?
I don't celebrate Christmas. Sorry. Can't.
You are definitely going to put up a tree and celebrate Christmas. You're not going to do that tonight. I bought you a special ornament tree,
and
Tracy.
I'm not putting it up.
I will come to your house and put it up.
I'm not doing it. I haven't even bought Stevie a Christmas present.
I will buy her enough.
She's 1.5. What does she need?
She doesn't need anything. That's the point. She'll get a lot though.
Exactly.
Grinch. Jeez.
Stevie needs something, I guess it for her she needs. She don't need nothing.
Tracy, how are you? You okay, babes?
No, my belly hurt me, no.
Ooh.
God no.
Yeah, I need to start get on my Christmas YouTube videos. I've just felt so
muscle.
like,
I'm a
oh.
muscle.
All right, so we
I'm a
have
muscle.
Tracy. You look like two pieces of stick. You know, chew stick. When Rasta man brush them teeth, chew stick. That's what you look like. So one of our Jamaican influencers, who she is engaged, and we're also excited for her upcoming nuptials. She made a post with 3 carnival costumes, and she was saying which ones were her favorite. And
Who is that?
Shanzi.
Oh, she's engaged?
Yes, the rock. She's under the rock again. So she made a post with 3 carnival costumes, and she was saying which one she liked, and she loved the nakedness. And somebody replied to her picture in her DM. Like, that's the weirdest part to me. This was up in her stories. They replied to her stories for her to see, and they were like, "Remember, remember your ton wife now left that to the bedroom." How do you feel about wives or fiancés taking part in carnival or taking part in, which Shanzi did say she liked the nakedness, which is, girl, you could have liked
So
nothing at all.
are you gonna let me answer? Or are you just gonna answer?
I'm about to sip, so I'm gonna keep talking until I'm ready. Okay, there we go. Dry throat. Your turn.
So I feel like, he met Shanzi with the nakedness. He met Shanzi and she was doing the whole nakedness bit when he met her. So like, that is her. That is who she is. So she should continue to stay true to herself. Like, just because you get married doesn't mean that you should lose yourself. And if there's something that he feels uncomfortable with in their relationship, then he can have a private talk with her one-on-one. But this is who she is. This is how she met him. And yeah, she's a social media figure. That's a part of her job, I guess, or maybe it's a source of her income.
Right.
Even if it isn't a source and she's a social media figure because she likes to do that, she has an image to upkeep that people like to see, because that's why people follow her, because they like to see something about her.
She always dresses nicely.
I feel like she should just do what she wants to do, and if nakedness is a part of it, then go for it, Shanzi. Like, do your thing.
Yeah, and I'm glad you called him out, and I've been noticing. So I follow her on Twitter, and I noticed that she's been calling out a couple people, and I kind of like that. Like, I always thought, or maybe back in the past, she was a little bit more meeker, like she just let things slide. Well, me don't know, she get the big rock on her finger and she's just like lashing out, she's calling people out, and I'm like, yeah, like, stop, don't you have to put up with the shit? Like,
I just feel that, just because you have baby or you get husband, like, it don't mean that you're dead. Like, time and place for everything under the sun, and we've said this before many a times too. Like, I'm not going to go and drop Stevie after school in a pair of batty riders and a bikini top. Like, do I think that that's inappropriate? Yes, I do. But at the same time, I'm still going to go to the beach and a beach party and wear my thong. Like, I still want to do that. I'm still
marriage doesn't define anyone.
Yeah. Like, and my husband the other day, I was wearing an outfit that I was like, "Oh, Scott, is this a little too skimpy?" And he was like, "No, I like it." So what am I supposed to do? Like, my husband likes it. Like, he likes when my ass is hanging out. Like,
I find too that when you have people who go down in your business, or it's people who aren't even related to you, who aren't even your friends, who are telling you what you should be doing in your life and your marriage, like, I just don't understand how that even plays into anything. Like,
It's so weird.
And I've been a big advocate, especially like how I play Carnival pregnant. I'm a big advocate to pregnancy is not a disability. And as somebody said, marriage does not define you. I've always been this bright, bubbly, wonderful, sexy dressing person, and that's not going to stop me. The only thing that could stop me is that big fupa. And even then, when my belly was big, I was still like dressing however I wanted, and it's what I like, it's what I feel comfortable in, it's just me. And I think that when people start writing and saying all that was weird.
I know. Sexy J, it's not that I need a nap, it's that I'm hungry, but every time I eat, I can't keep the food
She gets
down.
sick. She had food poisoning or gastro after she ate at a certain popular restaurant on the weekend.
I am not somebody, I am Sarah. That's right, Sarah Cooley.
Sorry, Sarah. Somebody said it's not somebody.
Sarah Cooley. Oh, Sarah Cooley said it. Oh, Sarah wanted that big ups.
Sorry. Tracy's sleepy man. She not sleepy. She have Sarah Cooley said it. Girl, fupa not stopping anyone. Skin out. Correct. Miss Chin, welcome. We haven't seen you in so long. Welcome to the show, Miss Chin, and big up to all of the staff over at the Spanish Town Hospital. We've missed you. You guys must have been very busy. Must be with the gas struggle. We're send a patient down for you in a little bit.
So yeah, what else now? What else you want to talk? What else is on that little list?
On that little list. Alright. So, oh! Stop trying to read my crap too. Todd Chrisley from Leave It to Chrisley sentenced to 12 years, and his wife has been sentenced to 7 years for bank fraud.
I know.
So I'm not understanding what is going on. All of these like people,
So he was a
pastors who have
pastor
these big
show.
churches, and you have the pastor show, and they have these big churches, and they talk about how if you don't give to God and you don't do this, and they have these huge churches. They drive these Bentleys. I mean, he then had a reality show, and you could see how he was living, and I'm like, your average pupil person, church goer, doesn't live like how you live, and you're taking money from them about tithe, about this, about that. I was like, you don't have any shame? Well, now we know how he was able to afford all that stuff. He was stealing and robbing. So 12 years behind prison, which I'm sure he won't mind, because him come across like one big
I know.
I don't want to offend anybody. He's a man of men.
Yes, but it's so crazy because I mean you're watching the show and it was just very in your face his
Man of
men behavior,
Yeah.
and I was like, damn, you're like a pastor. You have a show. You're married with kids, and this behavior, it was just so.
And then they had a child, who one of their children had a child out of wedlock with a black. Was it a girl? Yeah, no, it was her daughter had a child with a black young man, and the child was colored, and you could see like the kind of towards it. Yeah, man, it was like, okay, hold on. So you're a pastor, your child had a child, and then they were kind of making little comments about the baby who was of a darker skin tone. There was a lot going on in that show. And when you picked up on the things, you're like, what is going on? It was.
I never watched that show. I didn't like the vibe of the show.
Yeah,
so I never got into it. I didn't like the vibe of that show. I never got into it.
Yeah. So anyway, I got tickets to the World Cup, center front row of the seats. Messi sent them for me. But you know why I can't go?
Why?
You're not allowed liquor in the stadium. So I'll sit at home with my Lady B mixology turned backways, because remember we said it's always better backways.
Okay, he's a pastor or he's not a pastor?
He's a pastor. He didn't know he was a pastor. I didn't know he was a pastor. He's not a priest either. Yes, he's a minister or something like that. Yes, he's a minister.
A minister.
Yeah, we're not sure that the jargon, but he preaches the word of the Lord. No, son with a.
Oh, not a pastor. Well, okay. He was a minister of the Lord, right?
He was.
Because a pastor, I think, is for different
denominations.
But
a minister. He preached
in a congregation.
Right. So what do you guys think? We always say here, when in Rome, do as the Romans. So when in Qatar, do as the Qatarians do, because they don't. The whole liquor thing over there, you're not allowed to wear any of the LGBTQ plus flags or any of the symbols. They said you have to take it off, and the no liquor in the stadium for a football game. How you can watch football and not drink a brewski, man?
Boy. These are the things when you're gonna have the shows in different countries. You have to respect the different countries'
rules and regulations.
And I cannot believe that there's no liquor in the stadium. Wow, that's crazy to me. That's crazy to me.
Son has a kid with a black girl, or it was the other way around. Okay. But did you not feel a vibe like they treated the child differently? Like
I didn't watch the show, so I can't comment.
Yeah.
I didn't watch the show.
At first I was like, oh, who's this kid? How does he drive? Like they didn't, treat him like, oh, you see a nana and a papa would treat a grandchild.
When were you watching this show?
Tracy, this was years ago. They've been on TV when I used to watch TV. Video coming soon. Oh, James! How was your trip?
There.
James, we need to How did James survive not having a little brewski in the stadium though?
James went to Formula One.
Oh, so he had a
James was
brewski.
at Formula. He had more than a brewski.
Okay.
So our friend James, we're gonna do a little show with James.
And then we'll tag his video once it's up.
James,
Hey bro! What's up, bro? You alright? How was school? Did you behave yourself today?
Yes.
You behaved yourself today?
Yes.
Okay. Alright guys, I don't know. What you used to see in Trey on the left. What do you mean? Tracy's always on this side. This is her side. No, don't touch this. Don't touch this. Alright guys, we're gonna wrap up because my little one is here about to give some trouble. Go change off and wash your hands, wash your face. That's my pencil. Alright guys, so we have some exciting stuff coming up for you, and we will not be having a show next week Tuesday. We will let you know what's happening the Tuesday after that when we come to you again.
We're going on a plane. We're going on a plane. That's right.
That's not for now though, Levi. That's when you finish school. So we're going on a plane. That's not until December.
You see, everybody's saying that they pretty much love the child. They adopted the little girl. I don't know what.
It was a boy.
No.
Joe, I don't think you watch the show.
Oh.
I just don't think you like the show.
I just didn't like him. I know she. Alright guys, so that's it for this week. We will see you week after next. Make sure you catch us over in YouTube for the show in high definition. And no, don't touch it, Levi, because it will control the camera down here. Just we will see you a week after next, guys, and have a wonderful.
Yo, so Stevie wakes up in the morning and she sings to Sarah and she wakes up and she goes like this, very stink breath.
Mommy, kiss.
Kiss. And I'm like, girl, don't brush your teeth, but kiss.
Can I get a kiss?
Yes. Mom,
Oh, sweet boy.
what's this?
Doodle. Alright, and then he gets in trouble when he says it. I'm sorry, naughty mommy. Alright guys, that's it. Oh, you need a Tricky's Corner? Make us a 3-minute. Tricky's gonna do a special Tricky's Corner. She's looking in her notes.
Oh, I don't even
No. Levi.
Alright, no Tricky's Corner today. I don't have anything prepared. And Levi is gonna Febreze us all out of this. You love me?
Boss of Febreze. Give her a kiss. Hey, what a nice lipstick kiss.
Ow! That hurts!
No. Nice. What happened? Oh, tell everybody. Alright, so you have the floor now. What happened last night when Remy started to throw up? Start from the beginning. You don't remember? No?
Yeah.
What did it look like?
Gastro.
It looked like gastro?
Alright.
Give us a joke, Levi. Give a joke.
A corny joke.
No.
Alright.
I was just about to do that.
Oh, okay. Give the joke quick now.
Okay. No.
You don't have one?
it.
Alright.
No, alright, give me one. Ready?
You flop.
I don't know what you said.
I'll give the corny joke. How do you count cows? A calculator. What do you call a cow with only 2 legs? Lean beef.
Bye.
Bye everybody. See
Bye
you week after
everybody.
next. Make sure you check us out over on YouTube. Bye
Where's
guys.
a napkin?
What? We need a napkin.